For cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out ufifa.com and use my discount code EGHD at the checkout to get 5% off your order. Hey, what's up guys, Jack here, and in today's video we are going to be looking at FIFA 14 legends and comparing them to their FIFA 15 legends. And believe it or not, although they don't play in real life at the moment, there have been some changes EA have made to each and every individual card that there is going to be for FIFA 15. So we're going to be working our way up from the 86 rated legends, which are the lowest rated legends, and working our way up to 95 rated Pelé, who is obviously the highest rated player in the game, as long as there are no informs, so even higher rated than Messi and Ronaldo, etc. So let's get into the first player, and that is actually going to be Sol Campbell. He's 86 rated and he's English, and he's a centre back. So you can see his stats on the left are his FIFA 14 stats, and his stats on the right are his FIFA 15 stats. And his stat changes goes like this. It's had 0 pace change, +2 shooting, -6 passing, +2 dribbling, 0 defending. Now obviously his heading and his physical stats won't be applicable. It's not applicable because they are completely different stats. You can't compare it by looking at their face card stats, if that makes sense. Anyway guys, moving into the next player, we have De Boer, another centre back, this time from the Netherlands, and he's had 0 pace change, +1 shooting, -1 passing, +2 dribbling, and +2 defending. So some nice little changes there. Definitely improved this card a little bit, but I think he is a pretty bad card. One of the worst legends, to be honest with you guys. Next up is going to be Effenberg, a cam from Germany, and he has again had 0 pace change, +1 shooting, -1 passing, 0 dribbling change, and -5 defending. So his card has changed quite a bit actually, because he was a very nice card to have as an all-rounder, any kind of position you want to play on midfield, but now he's got a lot less, well, I'll say a lot less, a little bit less on the defending. It's kind of changed things up a little bit. Next up in this list is going to be Robbie Fowler, and as you can see, he's a striker from England, and he has had 0 pace change, +1 shooting, +4 passing, 0 dribbling change, and -12 defending. So not too bad. I mean, he's upgraded his shooting and his passing, but of course as a striker you don't really need that defending ability. Next player is going to be Freddie Ljungberg, another 86 rated player in the right mid position from Sweden. One of my favourite players back when I used to go and watch Arsenal. We used to get that pink strip of Mohican in my hair, I think that's what you'd call it. And yeah, but he's had a nice little upgrade to his shooting, nothing else apart from his defending, which has gone down by 15, but again, he's not a defender, so his defending stats shouldn't matter too much. Next up in the list we have Gary Neville, again another 86 rated player, right back, English of course, and he was actually one of the worst legends. You know, he's not actually a bad player, he's not as bad as his card looks, is what I'm trying to say, but he has had some downgrades even though he wasn't the best. So he's had -3 on his shooting, -4 on his passing, and +4 on his dribbling. Apart from that, everything else had stayed the same. Next up is going to be another English striker, 86 rated, Teddy Sheringham. As you can see, he's had 0 pace change, +2 to his shooting, -1 to his passing, -1 to his dribbling, and -12 to his defending. So as a whole, it's okay. He's had +2 shooting, but he has had some little downgrades as well. Taking the ratings up to 87 now, we have BIERHOFF, striker, German. He's had 0 pace change, +4 shooting, +1 passing, -1 dribbling, and -15 defending. So generally, as a striker, I'd say he's been upgraded a little bit, which is nice to see. Next up, we actually have one of my favourite legends, and a lot of people's favourite legend actually, from Ultimate Team, because he was actually quite cheap for his ability, and that is Hernan Crespo, and he is an Argentinian striker, and I believe he had 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, as well as +0 pace change for FIFA 15, +3 shooting, +5 passing, +1 dribbling, and -14 defending. So generally, he's had an upgrade, which is even better, and I think he'll be, again, one of the better legends in FIFA 15. Next up we have Paulo Futre, and he is a left wing 87 rated Portuguese player. He's had 0 pace change, 0 shooting change, and -1 passing, -1 dribbling, and -12 defending. So generally overall he's had a downgrade, but it's not going to be that noticeable, to be honest. Next up we have another striker, this time from Sweden. He's also 87 rated. Because he's from Sweden, I know a lot of people were trying to use him in Ibrahimovic hybrids, but I never got round to using him myself. But I might do this year round because he's had an upgrade. He's had +2 shooting, +4 passing, but he's had -10 defending, but he is a striker, so it's not going to matter too much. So yeah, quite a nice looking card. Next up in this list is actually going to be a player called Inzaghi, striker, Italian, 87 rated. I'm not too sure if I pronounced his name right, I probably didn't, but he's actually, for a lower rated legend, he's actually had one of the biggest upgrades. He's had +8 shooting, +1 passing, +1 dribbling, and also +17 defending, and he's a striker, so I couldn't quite get to grips with that. But if any of you know the reason why, let me know in the comments. Next up we have Pauleta, another striker. This time he's 87 rated and he's Portuguese. He's had 0 pace change, +1 shooting, +5 passing, 0 onto his dribbling and -16 on his defending. So generally he's had a nice little upgrade, especially to his passing, but he's a striker so it's not going to make a huge difference, although it's not a downgrade, so I'm not complaining. Next up we have another striker that is also Italian and 87 rated. It is Vieira, and again he's had some nice upgrades but he's also had a couple of downgrades. So he's had +5 shooting, -6 on his passing, -1 on his dribbling and -16 on his defending. So generally I'd say he's had upgrades but he's had downgrades. He's stayed about the same, but his shooting is going to be much better this year round. Again, we move into the next position and we've actually got another Italian 87 rated player, but this time he's actually in the centre forward position and he's had some upgrades, some downgrades, but he's had +1 on his pace, which is our first player to have his pace upgraded I think in this list. He's also had 0 on his shooting, -1 passing, -1 dribbling and -15 defending. Taking it up a notch to 88 rated overall, we have a goalkeeper called Seaman, English goalkeeper, and every single goalkeeper, that's 3 goalkeepers this year we have had absolutely no changes whatsoever made to their card, but I'm still going to put it in this video so you can actually see their cards and what they look like. Next up in this list then we have another 88 rated player, striker from the Netherlands, or a Dutch player you might call him, and he is Kluivert, and he's had 0 to his pace, +2 to his shooting, +1 to his passing, 0 to his dribbling and -14 to his defending. So I'd actually say overall he's actually had an upgrade as a striker. Next player we have is again another striker, and it is Michael Owen, 88 rated striker from England, and he's had 0 pace change, +3 shooting, +4 passing, 0 to his dribbling and -14 defending. So a nice healthy upgrade there to his, especially to his shooting. That's going to make a little bit of a difference there for FIFA 15. Next player, guys, is actually going to be a Robert Pires, and you might notice something different about these cards. Now, one is in the left mid position and one is in the right mid position, and Robert Pires was actually released in the right mid position at the start of FIFA 14, but he was actually changed to the left mid position again, but he's had absolutely no stat changes whatsoever on his card for this year apart from -14 defending. Now, I've actually heard that he's also going to be released in the left mid position midway through this year as well, so I'm not 100% sure. They're not confirmed sources, but it's just kind of like word of mouth. So that is Robert Pires. Nothing's changed apart from his defending. Next player is going to be Rijkaard, who's actually a Dutch player again, centre back, 88 rated. He's got 0 pace change, +2 to his shooting, -5 passing, +1 dribbling and 0 to his defending. So generally he's had some minuses, some downgrades, some upgrades as well, but as a whole you're not going to notice much different about him. Next player we have is another 88 rated player, Cam from Portugal, and that is Rui Costa. And there's nothing major that's changed about him apart from his shooting, which is -2, and obviously the defending has gone down by -16 as well. So although he's only had downgrades, I generally don't think you're going to notice too much difference about Rui Costa. The next player we have is going to be another goalkeeper, and that is Jens Lehmann, and he's an 88 rated keeper, and he's German of course, and none of his stats have changed, but this is what it's going to look like in FIFA 15 Ultimate Team. Next player we have, guys, is going to be another striker, 88 rated from Ukraine this time, and that is Shevchenko, and he's actually had -1 to his shooting, but he's had +4 in his passing and -16 to his defending. So overall I don't think you're going to notice nothing major, to be honest, but he has had a nice upgrade to his passing. Not that matters too much in that striker position. Next up, guys, is going to be an 88 rated striker called Suker. I actually believe this guy is actually one of the most underrated legends, because you don't ever see many people talk about this guy ever. But he's actually Croatian. He's had +3 to his shooting, has had -4 in his defending. So generally he's had a nice little upgrade there, because his finishing was very, very good on FIFA 14, and it's probably going to be 95+ on his finishing stats individually. So I think it's going to be a very nice card. Can't wait to use him for FIFA 15. Next up we have another Arsenal Invincibles player in that kind of era, and that is Patrick Vieira, 88 rated centre mid from France, and he was a very, very good player. You can play him as centre mid or as a CDM, he would work very well as well. Now he's had 0 pace change, he's got +3 shooting, 0 passing, -1 dribbling and -3 defending. So as a centre mid or a CDM, I would say it's not going to be hugely noticeable, but it is actually a downgrade theoretically. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but generally, you know, he's had +3 shooting, so that's also a good thing. Next up, we have 89 rated Cannavaro, centre-back from Italy. He's got -1 on his pace, -3 on his shooting, -4 on his passing, as well as +3 on his dribbling stats and +2 on his defending stats, which is very nice because he's a centre-back, so that's very important to him. So that's a nice little upgrade there, although he's had some downgrades. Next player we have is Van der Sar, 89 rated goalkeeper. No stat changes whatsoever, but this is what he's going to look like in FIFA 15. Next up, we have the centre-back called Desailly, 89 rated French player, 0 pace change, -1 shooting, -1 passing, +1 dribbling, 0 defending change. And if you actually have a look at his heading stats and his physical stats, they are both stayed at 88. Now, I said stayed, that's probably the wrong term. They're completely different stats, but it's nice to see double 88s on the card to stay the same. Next up, we have another centre-back, and that is going to be Fernandro Hierro, and he's had 0 pace change, -1 to his shooting, -6 to his passing, 0 to his dribbling, but +2 to his defending. So some more defending stats that have changed dramatically this year. That seems to be the stat that has changed the most over from FIFA 14 to FIFA 15. And his card still looks very, very nice, so looking forward to using him in FIFA 15. Next up, guys, we have 89 rated Hagi, or Hagi. I'm not too sure how you pronounce the A in his name, but he's actually a cam. He's from Romania, and he's got some nice stats already, but he's had 0 changes whatsoever apart from his dribbling, which is -1, and his defending, which is -12. So he's actually had a downgrade overall, but he was a very, very good legend. I've heard a lot of good things about him. Unfortunately, never got to use him myself. Next up, guys, we have Gary Lineker, 89 rated striker, English of course. Now he's got 0 pace change, +4 to his shooting, which is insane, I might add, +0 to his passing, +1 dribbling, and -16 to his defending. So generally, I'd say he's had a nice little upgrade there, and maybe better to use in FIFA 15. Next up is going to be Nedved, left mid, 89 rated from the Czech Republic, and he's actually had no changes whatsoever apart from his defending, which is -12. Next up, guys, is going to be Gearge Weah, 89 rated striker from Liberia. I think that's how you pronounce the country or the region. But he's had 0 pace change, +1 shooting, +6 passing, 0 dribbling, and -15 to his defending. So on FIFA 14, he was a beast. He was just a complete striker, and to make him even more of a complete striker this year, they've given him +6 to his passing and +1 to his shooting. What have they done? This guy is going to be one of the best legends, if not the best legend, for a decent price. Next legend we have is going to be Dennis Bergkamp. He is now taken up to 90. We are getting into the big boys now, and he is a centre forward. He's Dutch, and he's had 0 pace change, +2 to his shooting. Nothing else has changed apart from -20 on his defending, which is actually the biggest amount off one player in this legend list. Next player we have, guys, is going to be Luis Figo, and he's a 90 rated right wing from Portugal. 0 pace change, 0 shooting change, -1 passing, -1 dribbling, and -14 on his defending. So generally he's had a downgrade, but it's nothing too major. He's still got some very high stats, and it's only really affected him majorly on his defending stats. Next up we have Ruud Gullit, also known as the best legend. Apart from Pelé, people just seem to use Gullit the most. He went up in price dramatically, in the last about 4 or 5 months of FIFA when everybody had coins, because he was one of the best legends. He had everything 80 plus on FIFA 14, so he was 90 rated centre mid from Netherlands. He has 0 pace change from FIFA 14 to FIFA 15, -2 to his shooting, +1 to his passing, 0 to his dribbling, but -2 to his defending, which means he's now not a 80 plus player in every department anymore. But he's 79, he's only 1 off it. He's still going to be an amazing player, but they have taken a slight edge off of him. The next player we have is 90 rated Romário, striker, Brazilian. This guy was the guy that I packed about 3 or 4 months into the game, I believe. But unfortunately, he has left the game. He's left packs. You can no longer get him on FIFA 14 in packs, and you won't be getting him in FIFA 15 either, which is a real shame. But, I think it's something to do with him going into some kind of position in real life, something to do with what is happening in real life. So can't really blame him. That's what he wants to do, and for that reason, EA can't have him in FIFA 15. Next player we have, guys, is Van Nistelrooy, 90 rated striker from the Netherlands, and he's had 0 pace change, +2 to his shooting, +3 to his passing, +1 to his dribbling, but -15 on his defending. So I'd say that's an upgrade. I can't wait to use this guy again. This guy was a beast in the air, but now he's got even better stats, so this is going to be a very nice card to use. Now we have a 91 rated player, and that player is called Matthäus. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is a CDM, and he is German. He's got 0 pace change, +1 to his shooting, +0 to his passing, +1 to his dribbling, and +1 to his defending. So in fact, he's also had an upgrade this year, which is awesome to see, and he's going to be the best CDM out of every player on the game. Next up is Van Basten, 91 rated from the Netherlands, striker of course, but he has had -5 to his pace, -1 to his shooting, -2 to his passing and -1 to his dribbling, as well as -17 to his defending. So this guy has been axed quite a bit. As you can see on his FIFA 14 card, he was a god in the air. He also had very good shooting, clinical finishing, but he's still got a 90 shooting on FIFA 15, so it's still going to be a very good card. I've also heard, again, this is a rumour, that they could be upgrading him during FIFA 15, so it's not official, it's not confirmed, but they could be upgrading him during FIFA 15. Next player, guys, is going to be 92 rated Maldini, and he's obviously Italian. He's a centre-back. He's had 0 pace change, +3 to his shooting, +8 to his passing, and +2 to his dribbling stats, as well as +4 to his defending. This guy's got a nice, healthy upgrade there, and what the hell, look at that defending stat, 95. I mean, if 91 wasn't enough, they've gone and given him 95. What a player this will be. It's going to be very expensive, one of the most expensive centre-backs on the game, but there are going to be some nice FIFA 15 centre-backs that are new for FIFA 15 as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what their prices are like. Now moving into the last player, we have Pele, 95 rated of course, and let's have a look at his changes in the game. He's had 0 pace change, +1 to his shooting, +2 to his passing, +1 to his dribbling, and -11 to his defending. So what can I say? They've actually upgraded Pele as well, and that's awesome to see. Look at his stats, they look awesome. Never got around to using Pele, unfortunately, in FIFA 14. Maybe I can this year. I did use Romário, who is like one of the closest, or you know, compared to legends, out of all the legends. So looking forward to FIFA 15. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you did, please leave some other video suggestions that would be similar to this. Maybe I could do like top 50 or the top 20 players in FIFA 15 and have a look at how they change from FIFA 14, you know, something like that. Also, if you want to follow me on the Twitter stuff and the Instagram, the links will be in the description as well, and make sure you do subscribe to me, Ezekiel Gaming HD, for more videos just like this. And also, if you can hit that like button, that would just make my day. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Bye.